Good evening and welcome to Dateline Sarasota. I'm the host, Kerry Kirschner, and our subject tonight is prostitution. Sarasota has its share of prostitution. We read about it in the paper, we read the names in the paper, but what do we really know about the backgrounds of these people? Tonight we have some special guests visiting us from the jail who are people who have been convicted on prostitution. To my right is Christine Kirkwood, Landra Abney, and to my left is Cornell Jones. Let's start, Landra, with you. Why don't you give us an idea of your background, where you came from, you know, what your family life was like, and how you got into prostitution?
I was born in Detroit. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I'm 39. I've been here ever since I was 1. And how I got into prostitution, well, I got started on drugs. I went to prison in 1973. I got out, I volleyed and went back in 1974. Then I got out in 76. I stayed clear for like 10 years, and all of a sudden I was introduced to drugs. And I used to work 2 jobs. I'm a certified nurse assistant. And after I got into drugs, I wanted quick money, you know, and I just started going out because it was easy money and quick money.
Okay, Landra. Christine, how about you? You know, where are you from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm 28, and the reason I got into it was quick money and addicted to crack cocaine.
So how'd you get to Sarasota?
I flew down here. I was getting away from drugs up there also, and I came down here and got right back in the same thing. And I started prostituting because I was broke and nowhere to go. I didn't know anybody, and I got hooked on crack, and I started prostituting.
How long have you been in Sarasota?
6 years.
How many times have you been arrested?
Oh, numerous times.
So you're well known
yes,
to the police department?
Yes.
Okay. Cornell, you are a female impersonator, and you know, give us a little bit of your background.
Well, this is my home, you know, and like, you know, I'm 37 years old, and I've been prostituting, you know, since I was 14, and I do it for, not for the drugs, I do it because it's good money, you know, and.
What was your family life like when you were growing up?
Well,
I mean, is there anything that you can think back to that really led you into doing this?
No.
No?
I can recall, no.
Was it just easy money for you?
Just easy money, good money.
Uh-huh.
You know.
How about you, Landra? Was there anything in your child upbringing? I mean, did you have any abuse? Did you look to somebody who was a role model? You say, hey, this is somebody's making easy money. I'm going to do this.
No, I didn't, because I'm about the only one in my family that gets in trouble.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Christine?
I come from a broken home, and I was put out when I was 15. I had a lot of problems with my family.
Uh-huh.
That's basically it. And I've been on my own since I was 15. So, and I didn't work or anything. I was just going from house to house. You know what I mean? To friends, living off them, and I just had it's been rough.
So basically, you needed a way to support yourself.
Yeah, but I can work. I don't know why I got into this.
Right.
To tell you the truth.
Okay. We've got a phone caller on the line. Michael, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Well, thank you very much. I was wondering if the ladies could tell me what is the average profile of the gentlemen that they may go out with. You know, what age are they, their background, how much they pay, you know, things like that.
Okay, that's a good question, Michael. Landra, how about that? What age are they? Are they, you know, are they older people, or is it a whole
There's no
mixture?
age limit to them, you know.
Uh-huh.
They're all ages,
I don't know
Right.
about that.
you know.
Okay. How about, you know, how much do you charge them?
Well, my rate is from 30 to 40 on up.
Uh-huh. 30 to 40 and on up, huh?
On up.
How much would you make in a night?
Well, if I charge like 40 and 40, you know, weekends like Friday and Saturdays, I charge from 40 to 50 because that's a weekend night. And I usually make from $3.50 on up.
Huh. So you do 10 tricks a night?
Well, and I would say, you know, I
You
get
can.
Yeah.
The police
How
will
about
let
you, Christine? Did you have regular customers?
Yeah, I do, but most of the men that I do date are like older married men, to tell you the truth. Older men. Rich.
Like what age?
40, 50, 60. A lot older. I don't usually go with younger men because of the fact that they cause problems. They're usually drunk, you know.
Anybody famous in the community that we know?
No, I did go out with some baseball players though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but
Yeah.
they were real nice. And they don't give me any problems. The younger ones seem to give you problems for some reason.
But the older ones
Yes.
are a lot easier.
Yeah,
But
they pay
most
better.
of them are married.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Is there any concern on their part for for
No.
AIDS or
No, they're
or disease?
usually, no. They usually don't worry about that.
Huh.
They use protection.
Yeah.
Use protection all the time.
Okay. How about you, Cornell? What's your customer like?
Middle-aged.
Middle age?
Yeah.
White, black?
Don't make no difference.
Doesn't? It's sort of a mixed bag.
It's money, as long as it's money, you know. Good money, you know. And I just, you know.
Well, what happens when they find out you're not a woman?
Well, I got
Are you rolling these people primarily, or are you having sex with them?
I'm enrolled with them, you know. That,
You're
you know.
what?
And well, I have sex with them, yeah, you know.
You do?
Yeah, until they find out, you know, that I'm you know.
Do they usually
Okay.
find out?
No, not really, no.
Really?
No.
Huh. Do you look to roll most of your customers?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Okay. Michael, you have anything else?
No, I thank you very much. That's been very informative.
Okay. Thanks for your call, Michael. Okay. That's interesting. Let's talk about the physical potential for abuse. You know, Christine, you had mentioned earlier that you had a friend who was killed on the street. I mean, you know, what kind of fear element is there? I mean, have you had any particular instances where people have threatened you, or you know, and why do they threaten you?
Well, if you don't do your job, they want to take their money back, and you don't want to give them the money back because you've been working, you know. And I've had a knife pulled on me once. I just jumped out. But I've been pretty lucky because I don't go with anybody I don't know usually. I really don't.
Well, how do you get to know?
Well, that's true.
I mean, you're just meeting them on the
true.
street.
No, but the older, that's why I go out with the older men, because they usually don't, you know, mess with you.
Well, so what happens? A young guy comes and he propositions you on the street. You tell him.
I can
blow off
usually
and you-
tell. I don't know why I can usually tell, you know. But I don't usually have problems because of that. You know, I'm usually.
If you'd like to make
Yeah. Have you been personally accosted at any time that you were really afraid for your safety?
Yeah, one time I had somebody chokehold me and knock me out. You know, when they knock off your wind.
Right.
And when I woke up, he was taking the money back. And I said, fine, you know, he didn't have to go through all that. I'd have given it to you, you know.
Right. Right.
So it is very scary because, you know, when you go out, it's either police you're scared of or that, you know. Either way, you're worried about something. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. We're gonna take a short commercial break. We'll be right back, and we want to talk about the fear of battering, if you will, in prostitution here in Sarasota. We'll be right back.
This is the fabulous Moat Marine Laboratory in Sarasota, Florida. Anyone who comes here agrees that it's a very special place. Hi, I'm Gary Berghoff. Come see one of the largest selections of sea life in the country. From sea turtles to octopus, this 350,000-gallon tank hosts an unbelievable array of sea creatures, including sharks and a 300-pound jewfish who loves to stare you right in the face. Visit the Moat Marine Laboratory and see another world.
Classic hairstyling by the Masters. 952-1600.
Hello, I'm Bob Lyons, inviting you to join the attorneys at Icard, Merrill, Cullis, Tim, Fuhren, and Ginsburg, and me every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evening at 7 o'clock on Channel 4 Blab TV. On each of these evenings, we will discuss a variety of legal topics with you. Over the last 2 years, we have talked about such things as criminal cases, personal injury cases, real estate, estate, and tax planning. So tune in every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 o'clock. Watch Lawline and give us a call.
After today, every club in your bag is obsolete. Square 2 presents the world's only totally matched golf clubs. Matched swing weight, matched total weight, matched centers of gravity, matched centers of percussion. Square 2, the only club endorsed by the LPGA. Over 90% of Square 2 users rate them superior to their old clubs. Square 2, available in men's, ladies, and lady petite sizes. Feel what totally matched clubs can do for your game.
Welcome back to Dateline Sarasota. We'd like to particularly thank Sergeant Scott of the Detention Center for making this program available to us tonight by allowing these folks to come and talk with us. So thank you, Sergeant Scott. When we left to a break, we were talking about fear of being battered by customers. Landra, have you had any instances where you felt for your safety?
No.
No?
I can't say that, no.
Okay. How do you manage your customers so that you're not worried about that?
Because I take them where I live. That way, I always have somebody watching out for me. If they come in, usually I say, well, my brother lives there, and usually I say, well, he's on the police force, but he know what I'm doing. That kind of, get them off.
Do you ever rip the johns off?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yes.
What's the most you ever got out of a john?
Well, before I came to jail and I went on Siesta Key, I got $300.
$300. What did he know? What did he do when you ripped him off?
No, he picked me up. I was at the telephone booth. He told me, he said, he had $20 and take him a long time to get off. So I said, okay. So I said, dog, Siesta Key. So I went there. I told him to take a shower. In the meantime, I seen him go in the drawer. I said, well, can I get a tip? He said, sure. I said, can I get a $5 tip? He said, yes. So I seen where he went at. I watches where they go, where they put the wallet. So when he went to the book, he had it in a book. And so he moved the money out of the book, and I thought he was putting his wallet in the drawer. So I said, well, honey, take a shower. So meantime, he was in the shower. So that time I went to the book. It wasn't there. I went to the drawer. I got it out the drawer, and I left walking, caught my ride.
And never heard from him again? He didn't know where you lived, and you had no problems with him?
Never seen him. He was an older man, about 60 or 70.
Well, lived in a condo on Siesta Key?
No, he lived in a nice house.
A nice house, huh? Was he married, do you think?
I don't know. We went, it was like a big house in the front and then like another part where somebody was living, but I guess he had rented that out. But he told me he lived there, but I know better, He probably was there. He said the person was out of town, probably was his wife or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, Cornell, what's happened to you? I mean, somebody find out that you weren't a woman, and, have you ever had any real problems with that?
Yes, I have. I've been hit in the head, flashlights, and I got ran over, and all sort of things, but I managed to still hang in,
What's the most scared you've ever been in a situation?
Shot at.
Shot at?
Yeah.
What happened in that case?
Well, I'm trying to take some money, which I did get it,
And so you were fleeing the scene, and he shot at you?
Well, no, it's like I came back out there about maybe 2 or 3 nights later, and I was like aware, which I wasn't scared, because I know, the things I do that I got to be aware of when I'm back out there, go back out there again,
Right.
And
Did he just drive by and shoot at you, or did he come up?
Well, he ran me, gave me a chase, they jumped out of his car and called me, told me, you the one took my money, and I took off, started running, which,
And he shot at you?
Yeah, don't very happen, all the time, but, I guess,
That's the only time you've been shot at?
Yeah.
But you've been roughed up a number of times, huh?
Yeah, yes I am.
Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Mark, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Yeah. It's like you're walking down the road or do whatever you do and you see a cop, like what do you do?
See a cop, what do you do? Good question.
Wave at him.
Wave at them.
Wave at them? And what do they do? I mean, they know you've been
Wave
arrested.
back.
Huh? They wave back? Nobody stops you? How about you, Landry?
I pretend like I'm going to the store looking somewhere else.
Really?
If they keep going by you, though,
Yeah.
you should get off the street because then they'll just pick you up for loitering
Usually
or
they
something.
see me
Yeah.
walking, they'll holler on the intercom, get off the street.
Yeah, they
line.
do that. Some of them are, nice about it. Some of them aren't.
Then they make another round. They see you 15 minutes, half an hour later, they pick you up?
If they
Some
want
of
to,
them-
the
some of
nasty
them-
ones
Some of
will.
them give you a
And some of them
warning,
just ride and they'll
Give you a
just
warning.
hide out and try to catch you, They won't
Yeah,
say
that's what they did to
anything,
me.
they just
This
hide
last
out.
time, yeah.
Okay.
But usually, like I said, they make me know they seen me. They tell me to
Well,
get
the
off.
police, I don't care about them, as long as, they tell me to go home, I go, but for other than, they passing up and down, it's just like another person,
Yeah, okay.
No,
Does that answer your question, Mark?
Yeah, I have another one too.
Okay, shoot.
Like, how much is the fine?
How much is the fine?
Oh,
1,004.
What?
1,004 is the bond.
Yeah.
And usually, at first appearance in the morning, they do not release prostitutes at all anymore. You have to sit in jail unless you bond out. They do not let you go on your own.
Okay. So how long do you stay in jail before you go to court?
Well,
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, but then
14.
now they're giving you 60 days mandatory. That's why we're in here. They
Okay.
don't let you out.
All of you have gotten 60 days?
I did today.
I got 120 days.
Why'd you get 120?
For prostitution, because my record is so bad.
Mine too.
How many times have you been arrested?
Oh my God.
You can't even remember.
I don't want to know. I've been here since April the 4th, and I get released the 30th of this month.
Okay. How about you, Landry?
I
How many
had
times have you been arrested?
a couple of times, not mostly for prostitution, mostly for loitering for unlawful purposes. But I'm already sentenced, and I had 3 months on 2 charges on prostitution and resisting that violence. Then I had another prostitution loitering for unlawful purpose, so they gave me altogether 120 days. But I was out on bond, so I had time to turn myself in.
Okay, great. We're going to go to a short commercial break. Hang on the phone. We know you're waiting to talk to our guests, and we'll be right back.
Good look at our undersea world. Its beauty may soon be gone. Hello, I'm Eugenie Clark. The Mote Marine Laboratory in Sarasota is facing one of the most important tasks of our planet today, helping to save it. But they need your help. I urge you to become a member of the Mote Marine Laboratory family. For information, call 388-4441.
Florida Cardiac and Vascular Consultants brings you Heart to Heart every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on Blab TV. Doctors Myers, Crick, King, and Muma answer your questions on a variety of topics concerning all aspects of cardiology. So don't miss a beat and tune in to Heart, Sunday at 8 p.m., Channel 4, Blab TV.
I'm Chris Caswell, one of the attorneys who host Lawline, a live call-in show presented by the law firm of Icard, Merrill, Cullis, Tim, Fuhren, and Ginsburg as a public service. Lawline gives you the chance to discuss legal and public policy issues live and direct with attorneys, government officials, community leaders, and other professionals. You can participate, educate, become informed, and even be entertained. Live television makes for interesting television, so join Icard, Merrill, and our viewers on the Blab TV network, Store Channel 4, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings at 7 for Lawline.
We don't do tune-ups. We don't do transmissions. And we certainly don't do windows. All we do is exhaust. Totally exhausted. We do custom exhaust systems, headers, and dual conversions, and we specialize in catalytic converters. We're at 513 Cypress Avenue, Venice.
Welcome back to Dateline Sarasota. Our topic tonight is prostitution. We went to break, Landra. We were talking about people who are pillars of the community. Tell me about who some of your Johns have been, what their professions have been.
Well, I have met a lot of them with good professions.
Like what they do? I mean,
lawyers.
Right?
You know.
Uh-huh.
Baseball players?
Doctors.
No, I don't date
Yeah.
baseball players. Cheap.
Yeah. Clergy? Priests?
No, I never dated a priest.
Car dealers.
Car dealers? Who was a car dealer that you've had sex with a number of times?
Tom Steinman.
Tom Steinman?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Was his name ever in the paper with yours?
No, yeah, no.
Huh?
No.
Contract.
Really? Well, hey, it's, this is, okay. I mean, but you've got every walk of life that you all have seen in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to our phone lines. Pat, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Thank you. I would like to know if there was any entrapment that these people have experienced.
Okay.
Police.
Good question.
No, sometimes we hear about harassment or entrapment.
Okay, well, we've got the case, I think, and I don't know if in jail you all read about it, but the women out on Siesta Key where the policeman took off all his clothes in order to make the arrest.
Yeah.
Have you all ever felt that you were entrapped by the police?
Yes.
Okay, Landry, let's start with you. What happened?
This one night, me and Miss Connie were together, and we seen this guy, which I asked to go to jail that night because he seen me, and I just had time for the wind to blow my skirt. He made a U-turn in the road. So we both ran to the truck, and I said, "Which one you want?" He said, "I want you. You the prettiest." Remember that night? Yeah. So I got in.
But you two were working together?
Yeah.
Well, we happened to be seeing each other, and we both ran to the truck at the same time.
I
He
see.
seen us and turned around, so he said he wanted me. So when I got in the truck, what can I say? What he said?
Sure.
And he said, I said, "Why didn't you pick my girlfriend?" He said, "I don't want no man to give me a blowjob. I want a woman."
This is what the policeman said to you,
The
Landry?
police told me that.
Well, did he carry through with that? Did you have sex with him in order to get out?
Anyway,
Okay.
No. Anyway, he said he wanted a girl. He's saying you're much prettier anyway. So I was gonna lead him where I was going to cop my 2 rocks at, So he wouldn't go everywhere I wanted to take him. He wouldn't go. So he said, "Oh no, there are people there." So I said, "Well, turn here." So I got the feeling he were the police. So I never. One time I talked money, but usually now I know don't talk money because it's jail. So.
Right.
He said, I said, "Give me something for collateral." I said, "I need a pair of shoes or something, So he said, he went in his pocket, he put $20 on the dashboard. I didn't ask him for it. He said, "Is that enough?" I still an ounce. So I reached and I picked it up, and I still had it in my hand. So I said, "Well, come on, honey." I said, "Because time is passing. Let me go ahead and, do what I'm going to do." So I parked and buy some, duplex. So I said, "Come on, let me take care of you." He said, kept pushing my hand. So then I, like I said, I checks their hands too, and I seen his hand going. I said, "What you doing?" He say, "Oh, this just my whatever, them walkie-talkies or whatever he had." I said, "You the police." And I got out the truck, but I still had the $20. He said, "What about my $20?" And I cursed him out. So I seen this guy walking. I said, "Come walk with me," right? So by that time, he said, "Looks like the police has passed." And I said, "Man, you the police, And they did pass, right? So by that time, the undercover went down. He went on down. Then the blue and white came. So when I got at this landlord, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing. Walking with my friend." He said, "You're on arrest. You solicited that guy." And he told him I snatched the $20. That was entrapment because I did not. He put it on the dashboard. I didn't tell him what to put up there.
Okay.
And I went to jail for prostitution.
How about you, Christine? What experiences have you had that you feel that you were entrapped?
I got into a vehicle one time, and this is what's weird. It was a Lincoln. There was a regular Lincoln Continental. And there was a black chauffeur, which turned out to be Billy Ray, who's a police officer, and a cop in the back. And I didn't know. And I finally got fed up with him, kept turning corners on me. And by this time, I was drunk. It was, they were out there all night. I got brave, and I opened the door. I said, "Yeah, what do you want?" And I got in the car, and he says, "I got $30. And as soon as I said yes, the undercover car came swarming up and grabbed me, snatched me out of the car, and they got about 10 girls that night. They said the money first.
Okay, how about you, Cornell? Anybody ever entrap you?
Oh, yes, just before Christmas last year. I was out on the whole school, where we make money.
Where?
On 41.
41.
Yeah,
41's the street to work.
And yes, and I needed some money, I wanted to buy me some drugs, and so it's like, Squeak was kind of busy, so this van passed by. I was standing on 19th and 41, and, I couldn't wait to stop. I'm running behind and trying to rush to get into it, but I know it was a date. So I got in, and, they asked me, say, "What's up?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to do business so I get, get somewhere, So come to find out I got about a couple of blocks, and all I saw was blue flashing lights. They was police, and I come to find out when I went to court, he was the chief of the police department. And, take me on to jail,
Okay. But obviously, the police department knows you all pretty well by this
Yes,
time.
they do.
So you all expect it eventually, as long as you're out on the street.
But sometimes you don't really know some of them because it'd be different ones, new ones, and they look
Yeah.
different, when
Sure.
they're in their street clothes,
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay. Pat, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. But Kerry, could you ask your clients, your guests, what is the territory that they do best in town?
Okay. I think they all agree it's 41. Isn't that right, folks?
41.
41? Everybody works 41. Huh?
We used to be
No?
on 4th Street, but they kind of, 4th Street, sometimes on Orange and 4th, but they kind of, the police just hang out
Is there a
down.
territory of 41 that you work? I mean, from like 10th
10th
to...
10th, I go from
27.
I go from
coconut,
one end all the way to the airport.
You do.
I just walk until I just just walk.
Somebody come.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Pat?
Do your guests think there should be like foreign countries where they have red light districts or medical centers or what should we really do here in the United States?
Okay, so your question is really, should we legalize prostitution?
Something like that.
Okay, folks.
Yes.
Everybody agrees yes?
If you have, you should, like in Vegas, it's legal, but you have to
No, I
have
don't
a
think
health
it's legal.
card, isn't it? If you
No.
have a health card that's up to date, I thought.
No. The only place,
No.
it's actually outside of Las Vegas, because I did talk to the Attorney General when I was mayor, so frustrated with this problem because all the motel owners who are legitimate on 41 complain about you folks so much, and how are we going to deal with it? And he said they've got so much problems, where it is legal, that they wouldn't legalize it in Las Vegas. So.
I have a question for you. Why should the police...
Is that all, Pat? Let me just... Okay, great, thanks.
Why should they be so concerned about... I don't think that the law enforcement should stop a person. If they see somebody walking down the street and they want to stop and pick that person up, that's their vehicle. I have had guys that own the car lots, and this guy refused. They would not miss. He ride all past them. They wouldn't stop him. He said, my car is paid for, my tag is paid for, and I ride who I want. And that, I think that should be, really, it's ridiculous to stop a person and tell them you can't ride this person because she's a prostitute or whatever.
They do that.
So
they
what?
Do that too.
That's
they
that
arrest us
person's
for
car.
loitering.
They don't pay for that car.
Okay.
That's what
Okay, let's go to our next caller. Bobby, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Oh, yes, I was wondering if any of you been checked out for AIDS lately?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you have
Every time we get arrested.
I just have before I came this time in April, about February, I was checking. I was negative. I was good to go.
Yeah. Okay, but how many tricks do you perform between the time you got the AIDS check and the next time you got the AIDS check?
It's not, like, I'm the type of person that, I kind of look, call me Clipping Annie, So it's like,
Clipping Annie, is that what they call you, Cornell?
Yeah, because I'm, way in the house. I'm protected because I use condoms.
You do.
Yeah,
all of you use condoms?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Never have sex, oral sex, or any other type of sex
I
without condom?
put 2 on them when I give them a blowjob whenever I do.
If you use your head, you got a brain. You don't have to do anything.
Most of the time, I make them do it themselves.
And once I get paid, regardless if I do it or not,
That's
I'm
right.
paid. I'm gone. Just that simple.
Does that answer your question, Bobby?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for your call. Okay. Frank, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
How you doing?
Okay.
What would you guys do if you were in a real big city like New York or L.A.? What do you do to keep your competition as far as and health, keeping it up? I mean, you're talking New York City with prostitution being so big compared to Sarasota being so small.
Well, Frank, let's deal with Sarasota because this is where these folks work and what they know. Is there a lot of competition here in Sarasota?
Yeah, there is, believe it or not. There's a
'Cause I
lot
don't
of
think these
girls out here.
Are there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's really no competition because most of the
The
guys
rockheads.
that ride, they pick the one they want anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And have some of them, just the best one,
Well, do you all have territories? I mean, that you say, hey, this is my block that I work
No.
in. No?
No. Because when I'm out there,
Just pass
I'm
each
working by
other, walk
myself.
and walk. Like you said, they pick who they want, be 10 people. They're going to say, if you walk up there, they're going to say, I want her, I want whoever.
Okay, Landra, let's, if you were standing there and Christine Cornell came up and they were standing there at the same corner, would you tell them, get lost?
No.
You wouldn't? Okay. Does everybody sort of work together and say, help one another?
Yeah, like we
I mean,
just
is
I
there,
work alone.
Is there a bond of thieves, if you will, here?
Well, I work alone.
You work alone?
I work alone because, I do little devilish things, So if I have to come to jail, I come by myself, so.
We ought to have you back on the program when you can put on your full outfit so we
Why
can
not?
look like
I wish I was aware of this, I would, for them to see me now and see me out there on the streets, it's something totally different.
I'm sure it is. Frank, does that answer your question?
Kind of. What I wanted to basically know was how would they get themselves ready for like a bigger city? In other words, as far as I don't know. I guess as far as the competition being, hundreds of more girls and guys compared to
Probably
just maybe 20 or 30 around here.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as health-wise and makeup-wise and all that, do you have to do more work to prepare yourself for that?
Probably dress a lot different. I dress real casual. I don't wear spike heels and mini skirts.
Wow.
I wear jeans and high tops and a t-shirt.
How about you, Lana?
I think I dress well enough to catch them.
Do you?
And if I went to a big city, I know that I would dress even better,
Okay. How about you, Cornell?
Same to me, like I say, if you see me in drag, it's totally different, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm
But
full of-
you dress high fashion? You
I
don't?
have heels and all, do it all, the whole 9 yards.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Frank?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Okay. One of the things that I think that we haven't touched on is how are you treated when you get into court? What does the judge say? I mean, now all of you are repeat offenders, okay? Obviously, you've seen some of the same judges over and over. Let's start with you, Cornell. What do they say when they see you again?
Oh, well, see you back again, Like I just get prepared because I know I'm not going nowhere, I just, I don't been so many times. It's just like, when they don't give me an R&R. They don't give me anything. They just, the bond may be set, until I bond out or something like that, But I'm so used to coming to jail on prostitution charge. I just set, for the next 30 days. Then when I go, then I get time served or whatever,
So they give you the same sentence, same bond every time?
Oh, yes. But they don't, they kind of crack it down now. They kind of upstage it now,
Okay, now you got extra time this time, right? You got more than the 60 days. You got 100.
Well, they was trying to give me a year in the county jail.
Okay.
I told them I would not do it. And so I told my lawyer to try to get it down to 6 months, which, she did. And the judge, he agreed with it. He really just gave me 120 days, which I was already in jail 45 days before I went to court. So that just gave me like time served, then
right.
Gave me a few more months.
So you got 6 months?
No, 120 days.
120 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the most you've ever served?
No.
No?
I went to prison last year for so many counts of prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can do it, they can put
Well, why didn't they put you back into prison this time?
I don't know. Maybe it was just luck, this time, but just
How
luck.
long did you spend in prison?
Well, last year I stayed, they gave me 2 years. I only spent 4.5 months.
4.5 months on a
That's
2-year term?
It's 4 months,
Huh.
I'd rather do it up there than in jail because, it's
a lot more freedom.
It's more freedom up there, and in jail it's just like,
So this is, as far as you're concerned, part of the cost of doing business, huh?
What now?
This is going to jail and getting time is just part of the cost of your doing business.
No, I'm just tired. I've been doing this like ever since I was 14.
How old are you now, Cornell?
I'm 37. I'm 37, and to me, like I'm so used to it, just like I would work too now. Don't get me wrong, I would work on a job too. But like if I'm the type of person that I got all kind of hustling for myself. Like if I ain't got no job, I said, well, I'm going to work and make me some money. I go out there and turn me on lick real quick. Make me about. Sometimes a night I get what $1,500. If you got that much of money, if you got that much of money in this pocket, I'm gonna get it without them knowing. Cause I have to put on these pants and I
right.
go all the way, and get whatever, from chain to everything, So I'm very well taken care of, that incident. So.
How and you all longest term 60 days?
Yeah, they raised my bond this time to $5,000 from
But they still only gave you 60 days.
Not necessarily. They want to give me 6 months on my BOP. I was on probation also, but they gave me 60 days this time.
Okay. And you, Landra?
I get out the 30th of next month. Where I feel, I don't like coming to jail. There's nothing big about it because I like working. In the years, if I never work again, I work. And I'm going to go back to work. Because I'm 39. My oldest child, 22. I got a girl.
The going to go back to prostitution, or you're going to go back
No,
to
I'm
legal
going
work?
back to work. You know,
Okay.
like I said, I'm going back to work. I like working in nursing homes. That's, you know, my trade.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm already sentenced. So, you know, I think, you know, they gave me a fair deal, you know, because I could have got more, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Okay.
and I was caught red-handed, so, you know, I'm not beefing about it.
Okay. Let's go to the phone lines again. John, what's your question?
This question is for Mr. Cornell.
Uh-huh.
Was Tom Thomas one of your main customers?
No, he just one of the little creepers, you know, be on 41 like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, he really hard to stop, you know, but you have to catch him around the corner, you know. No, so he's not one of my main customers, you know.
Oh, okay.
Which I have been out with doctors and other things, you know, other person, you know.
What about some of these black leaders in the neighborhood on 27th Street, just in the black community?
Oh my God, yes.
Really?
Oh yes.
Can you name a few?
I'd rather not. No.
This is interesting.
Well, no, I'd rather not. You know, because you know, a person that went in the black neighborhood, they'll say this, and the next thing you catch them by themselves, you know, and then something different, totally different. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, how much, you know, and go ahead on, shoot for business. You know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, John. Okay, we're going to move to a short commercial break, and we'll be right back. Okay.
Hello, I'm Bob Ballard. Shark tanks like this one are only the most visible part of research done here at Mote Marine Laboratory. But some of the most important work is all but invisible. Did you know that sharks are practically immune to some diseases like cancer? And that Mote researchers are finding out how this knowledge can help fight human illness? Get involved in these exciting programs. Become a Mote Marine volunteer or supporter. Call today and find out how you can join in.
Manny's Transmissions, 2227 Bee Ridge Road, not just another transmission shop. Manny's in business since 1974, has the reputation of doing the most professional and cleanest transmission work in Sarasota. Bob Bauman, owner and operator, invites you to stop by and inspect his shop before you make a decision. Manny's Transmissions guarantees their work on domestic and foreign model cars. Manny's trained mechanics are proud of their work and in most cases can get you back on the road the same day. If your transmission gives you problems, look to Manny's Transmissions, 2227 Bee Ridge Road, Sarasota.
A lady brought her car to Landing Tire for service, and we offered her a ride home because we knew it was going to take a while. She was so surprised. She didn't expect such service. Many of our customers are surprised because they're not aware of all the services we do provide. We don't just change tires. We offer full-time alignment services, certified mechanical services, commercial charge accounts, free weekly fleet inspections, and we have the largest inventory in the Sarasota-Bradenton area. We've increased our services to meet our customers' needs. Landing Tire. We keep Sarasota rolling.
Welcome to the Bijou Cafe, one of Sarasota's finest. Award-winning contemporary cuisine served with a continental flair. Chef owners Jean-Pierre and Freddie invite you to enjoy fine dining, a superb wine collection, and impeccable service. The Bijou Cafe is convenient to all Sarasota theaters, opera, ballet, and minutes away from the Keys. The Bijou Cafe, the people's choice, First and Pineapple. Call 366-8111 for information and reservations.
Welcome back to Dateline Sarasota. Let's go to the phone lines. Linda, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Hi, I think this question is for Kerry Kirschner, actually. I'm very confused. I'd like to know what it is you're promoting on this show tonight. It seems to me you're teaching how to be a prostitute and get away with it and glorify these people. And also, while waiting, I was told that I was not to use any obscene language on the air. And I've been sitting here listening to all kinds of sexual acts being discussed, and I'm very confused, and I'd just like to know what it is you're trying to do.
Well, Linda, I think what we're trying to do is really show the sordidness of this and the fact that this is not a unilateral situation, but there are prominent people in the community that continue to foster prostitution. And I think the public should be aware of this because it seems to me that there is a condoning of this by a large segment of our population, a snickering, if you will, a double standard that says it's all right for men to go out and solicit prostitutes, but these women should be thrown in jail. I really feel that this is a criminal act that doesn't just involve the prostitute, but involves the Johns, and I think people should realize the danger involved with this and really what's going on. Hello? I guess Linda's left us. I hope I answered her question for her. Okay, let's talk about this double standard. You know, when you all are arrested, okay, is the John usually arrested with you? Is the John given a similar sentence that you are, Cornell?
Well, in my case, it's like when I get arrested, it depends who the police officer. If I get arrested and the police officer don't like me, they'll get the guy to say that I propositioned them, then they'll let them go, you know, and like, you know, so it's like.
But I think we have a Supreme Court ruling in the state of Florida that says the John should be as culpable in prostitution as the prostitute. Now, have there been any cases that you all know of in your time in court where you saw John get the same sentence as a prostitute?
No. Only when they have the police ladies out pretending they're one of the girls.
And have you seen any of those people get jail times?
No.
No, they all get probation.
Probation or fines.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you get probation and fine the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know of any people who have been picked up more than once as Johns who have not gotten jail time?
No.
You don't? Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next caller. Michelle?
Hey, I have a question for Cornell. I've seen you, you know, here as a man. I've also seen you as a woman, and it appears to me that you look better as a man. You know, that's what you were born to be. My question for you is, I've also seen you look your worst, and I've seen you look your best. And at one point in time, you were looking real good, and I was just wondering what made you go back to prostituting, because, you know, you started to look real bad once. And I just want to know, at one point in time, I saw you were looking so good, and I just want to know, why would you turn to that life after you know, appeared to me as you had gotten yourself straightened out?
Drugs.
Drugs? What happened, Cornell?
Just didn't care. Just started smoking drugs. Just didn't care. You know, you smoke drugs, you just don't care about nothing. You know, just don't care about nothing. You know. And I tried to keep myself up. You know, but you know.
Did all three of you? No. Do you really feel that you'd be out of this business if you were straight and you weren't on drugs?
Definitely.
Landon?
Well, me personally, you know, I just, you know, give honest answers myself. You know, when I get depressed or something, you know, I do drugs, but smoking, you know, when I used to shoot drugs when they first started me out, you know. Now, I enjoyed that. I got a high, but the rock, I just waste money. You understand what I'm saying? And I really don't get high. And I go around getting everybody high because you know, it scares me really, you know. So I just really waste money. That's why I'm getting out of it, you know, and I really waste money. You know, and other people high. And
but you did prostitution because you had a drug habit you were trying to support.
Not mainly a drug habit, no, like I say, you know.
Well, then why do you want to go back straight now? You're telling me you're going to go back straight when you get out. What's going to make you go back straight?
What's going to make me?
Yeah.
I have a nice boyfriend.
Okay.
That works, you know, and I have, you know, somebody that's a role model for me, you know, I see them doing and I want to do, you know, and plus, you know, I'm getting too old.
Okay. Okay, let's go to our next caller. Michelle, does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. Bruce?
Yes. I'd like to give my opinion on something.
All right.
I'm a retired
Sorry?
I'm a retired police officer from another state.
All right.
Now, morally, I'm against prostitution, but I do not believe we can beat this problem. And I think it ought to be set up legally in a way like they do in some other countries, where they have houses where they end up paying taxes to the government, and it's controlled so the pimps are off the street, and also health cards, and all this can be handled. That's my own opinion on it.
Okay, where were you a police officer, Bruce?
Maryland.
Where?
Maryland.
Maryland.
They weren't for it, and I'm just giving my opinion on it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, in your time as a policeman, were you as frustrated by trying to stop prostitution as I know I was elected? Yeah.
And half of the people out there just trying to make a living, and they're getting hurt by pimps, and they're getting also hurt from some of the Johns. And like they say, some of the police abuse them too.
Uh-huh. Okay. Great. Thanks for your call, Bruce.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. You know, that's an interesting statement, obviously, from somebody who has been in law enforcement. So let's go to our next caller. Bob, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Good evening, Kerry. How's it going?
Okay, how you doing, Bob?
Well, I tuned in here, and it seems like you're putting some spark into the old life of Sarasota.
Well, we're trying to find out what this problem is and how we can resolve it, and let people see why these people are out there on the streets, Bob.
Well, I believe that you've struck on something that's just as important to this community as any other problem that faces the county. It's not nice to look under the rugs and behind the curtains, but I think you've got guts in bringing this to the light, and we should know what's going on. One question that I do have is I noticed that Cornell and the girls have repeatedly said they've been arrested time and time and time again. And knowing what the cost of housing prisoners in jail is, somewhere now in the neighborhood of $100,000 per prisoner per year, I believe it is, in state prison. If you collectively took the time that these people served in prison or in jail, I wonder how much in taxes that we're paying to support this habit in Sarasota, and how much the taxpayers have to pay to support their lifestyle. Now, Andra's talking about leaving this type of lifestyle and going into working into a nursing home, but if she's already had a drug problem, and does that mean that she may get involved in ripping off drugs from the patients in a nursing home and stuff like that? So it's a very deep situation here. But I was wondering what the cost over the years has been to the taxpayers of housing each one of these people in jail.
Well, I can't answer that question, Bob, but I'll tell you what, through the legislative process and trying to deal with it through loitering ordinances, through the time in the judiciary, for overtime for our police department having to show up in court, you know, it's got to be into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't think there's any question that, you know, this is a big financial drain on the community.
Did we go into the millions of dollars locally?
Well, I don't know. I really can't answer that factually.
It's I tell you, my gut feeling is that it's very sad that these folks have got involved in the girls anyhow with drugs. Crack cocaine seems to be the catalyst that has kept them in and out of jail by the need to buy the drug and the lifestyle and everything, and it just goes to further to show the effort that needs to be made to prevent drugs from coming into our society.
I think you're absolutely right, Bob. I think we go a long way to eliminate prostitution if we didn't have people who were hooked on drugs.
Would they be involved in prostitution if there was no drug problem?
If you weren't on drugs, would you be prostitutes?
I don't think so. Not as much. No. I'd say
Landra,
so,
do you think you ever gone into prostitution if it hadn't been for drugs?
Well, yeah.
You would.
It's something that I wanted to do.
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
And
because you saw easy money?
Yeah, and can I answer his question about when he said about first working, me, myself personally, I worked at 2 jobs when I first started out. Like I said, shooting drugs was, even rocks wasn't out. You know what I'm saying? And I worked 2 things I don't do on drugs. I never got that bad. I support my own head. When I want to, I go out there and I get money. I don't rip off where I work at because I was working in shop drugs. I don't steal off my job while I'm employed because I'm very dedicated to my job because I like helping old people and sick people. And I don't steal from my family.
I believe you, Andrew. I really do. And it's a question that will come up in your life from now on. Unfortunately, you've faced this before. I apologize, but it's just something that you will be asked for every job you apply for if they ever find out you're involved with drugs.
I've never been arrested for drugs.
Okay, Bob, thanks for your phone call.
Thank you, Kerry.
Okay. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Stan Waterman. After shooting dozens of films underwater, like The Deep, I've come to respect the sea a great deal.
I urge Florida residents and visitors to learn more about protecting the waters around you. Moat Marine Laboratory in Sarasota has one of the largest collections of sea life in the country. Sharks, sea turtles, and more await your visit. Take time out to experience Moat Marine Laboratory.
Attention buyers and sellers, have that home inspected from top to bottom. Home Inspection Service Incorporated provides you with a 15-page report, including photos that details an inspection of the property, covering structure, roof, electrical, plumbing, heating and air conditioning, pool, kitchen and appliances, and interior. Know what you're getting before you buy or sell. Make that home truly a dream home. Be safe, not sorry. Call Home Inspection Service Incorporated at 952-1234.
Hey, Sarasota, you know us for live shrimp and frozen baits, but have you seen us lately? Now there's so much more. Start with a full line of fishing tackle, fuel, and marine supplies for all of your offshore and bay fishing needs. Then spend a pleasant day fishing or sightseeing in one of Mr. CB's sharp and dependable rental boats. Shop in our T-shirt and beachwear department for casual fashions you just won't find anywhere else. That's Mr. CB's Bait and Tackle, and so much more. Siesta Key at the Stickney Point Bridge.
At Davidson Drugs, our #1 priority is you, and that's a commitment that we've had for well over 30 years. We carry out this commitment by making sure that when you walk into a Davidson's, you'll find the products and services to be of the highest quality and in good supply. You'll find complete vitamin and health departments, a large selection of Hallmark cards, national brand cosmetics, complete newsstands, and a full-service post office. Stop in at Davidson's today and find out for yourself how we really do put the customer first.
Okay, let's go right to the phone lines. Christy, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Hi, Mr. Kirschner. I have 2 questions for you.
Shoot.
I was wondering first if the prostitutes have a home when, like, after they're on the streets, when they're not in jail.
Okay. Ladies, what, you live in a motel?
No, I don't. I was in a motel this last time. No, I have a permanent address.
Okay. So, Landra, you have an apartment, right?
No, I live in a motel.
You live in a motel?
I'm with my mother.
You live with your mother?
Yes.
Okay, Christy?
And also, what's your yearly income?
What do you think your yearly income is? Have any idea?
I've never thought about it. Don't want to.
I don't think they want to get stuck for tax evasion, Christy. I think they're passing that question by.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Good question, though.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Mark, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
Hi. What I'd like to ask is, if prostitution was legalized, what would they feel would be a legitimate tax that they would have to pay, and what penalty would they have to pay if they failed to pay this tax, and also what criminal or what penalty they would serve if they were caught, say, medical showed up positive.
Okay. What? Have you ever thought about this?
I haven't. It's never come to my mind before.
Yep. How about you, Landra?
I think it's a good thing because some girls, you know, out there that do have AIDS and know they have AIDS and they're still, you know what I'm saying, because some of
they're still out on the street.
They're still out there, and I think it should be a penalty.
Right.
It really should, because they know they have AIDS and they, you know.
Yep. How about you, Cornell? You have any feeling about that? Would you like to see prostitution legalized and stiff penalties for people who don't participate in illegal prostitution?
Well, I'm not saying I would like to, but if they do, I guess
I think it'd be a good idea.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Then I don't have to worry about coming to jail so much,
Right. Okay, Mark, does that answer your question?
Well, and also, what would they be willing to pay taxes on their income, and what do they feel would be a fair tax?
5% on the dollar.
5% on the dollar from Landra. How about you, Christine? Most of the income you're making, Landra, you'd be paying 30. You're probably in the upper income.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Okay. Great, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call. John, welcome to Dateline Sarasota.
How you doing?
Okay.
I have a couple different questions I'd like to ask. First, I'd like to ask if either one of the ladies have ever been married or are married.
Never been married?
No, but I have a daughter.
You have a daughter. Landra, you ever been married? Never been married. Okay.
Okay. And Also, I might be what you consider one of them double standard people, because the first time I was ever with a woman was with a prostitute, and now I feel that it's almost wrong. And what I want to know is if any one of the three believe in God or follow any religion.
Okay, good question, John.
I believe in God, but I don't follow it,
Landon?
constantly.
I believe in God, but I don't, read the Bible and all that.
Me either. I just,
You believe in God?
Yeah.
I don't read it just when I come to jail.
I don't read it when I'm out either, but I believe in it.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks, John. We got to run.
All right.
Okay. Hey, thanks, folks, for being here. I know it took a lot of courage to come here. You've exposed yourself to the entire community. I think it's important that everybody knows there's danger involved, there's disease potential, and I hope for your sakes that you are going to be able to get the kind of employment and be able to get out of this profession, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Next Tuesday night, we're going to be talking about the MacArthur tract and what's going on there. There are court hearings going on this week. We're going to let you know what the objections are from the people who are against the continued development of the MacArthur tract. So tune in next week, Tuesday night, 9:30, Dateline Sarasota, Blab TV. See you next week and have a good week.
This is Channel 4, Sarasota, South County, and the beaches.
Diuretics for a couple of days. Is that good or bad? I've read differing reports. Normally I can keep it under control with nutrition, but...
Well, I think you have to look at diuretics sometimes as a necessary evil. I think your best diuretic is aldosterone because of the fact it doesn't have any actual thiazide-stimulating diuretic. It just inhibits the body from pulling sodium back in, and as a result, you don't pull a lot of water back in, so it helps you with swelling. So that's always really your first line medicine for the swelling as far as I'm concerned. There are some interesting things nutritionally for those people who go to the health food store, one of which is garlic, which helps a lot of times. So that's kind of interesting. Sounds a little off the wall, but it does help a lot of times. And the reason is because it's influential in producing the same type thing that we get in the products aldactazide. Okay? Or spironolactone. I said aldosterone a while ago, I meant spironolactone. That's the generic name of the medicine I'm talking about.
Does that answer your question, Kay?
Yeah, that's the answer. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks a
calling.
lot.
Bye-bye, Kay. We'll go next to Brenda. Hi, Brenda.
Hi.
You have a question.
You kind of touched a little bit on it a while ago. I was wondering, does PMS get worse with age?
And also, some months I'm virtually symptom-free, and some months it's just terrible.
Interesting.
Okay. Number one, PMS almost always gets worse with age, unless you're in an unbelievably stressful situation, and then that gets dramatically better and the world's great. Well, stress is your biggest enemy, so if you relieve a lot of stress, your PMS gets much better.